Greetings, my YouTube viewers, and I'd like to start by saying I'm not a person who can prepare speeches, or when I'm talking to a camera, best just make it up on the spot. And today I'd like to talk about my favourite book of the moment by Defoe called Robinson Crusoe. And I heard someone the other day saying they never read a full book because they always put it down because they get bored. But this is a book that proves it's a good book because you don't put it down. And Defoe has lots of little philosophies and things in this, which makes it very interesting. Because Defoe led a very varied and very interesting life. He was a spy. He was on the run from the police. He was a merchant. He wrote his first novel when he was nearly 60 years old, and is known as the first novelist. And it's clear that Defoe was obsessed by making money, and he was a real Del boy of his age, but he never really made it very well, and he was in debt most of his life. And even when he died, he was being chased by debtors, and so it probably serves him right, really. But no, he's a very respectable novelist that I can recommend. And of course, he's known as being one of the first novelists ever, because I don't know if it was an accident, but he was the first novelist. Also, people say. But I'm doing this on YouTube so I can be a better speaker and so I can improve my own speech and not say and other things. And the reason I learned about Defoe was by watching this, a brilliant BBC programme it is too, called Great British Journeys, where join Nick Crane in Great British Journeys as he shows how Britain was discovered in 8 episodes. And what he did is, Nick Crane got on his bike and he takes you through 8 journeys of different explorers through Britain. And one of them was Defoe, which got me into reading Defoe. And I found that Robinson Crusoe was just such a fantastic book that I just couldn't put it down. And when I finished it, I haven't finished it now, but when I do, we can move on to Mole Flanders, or A Journal in the Years of the Plague, because he was born a long time ago. This book was published in 1719. Or a rock fauna, or maybe what's it, a tour through the whole of the island of Great Britain, 1721. He does a tour through Britain, and it's been examined by historians for a long time since, and all the details. Yes. In fact, this is one, when he wrote this book, Tour Through Great Britain, he didn't even put his name on, and it didn't have an author. And he thought he'd make his millions, or his fortune that way, but he never did. And he wasn't a level-headed enough person to be a businessman. But, I don't know. I'm starting, this is my first speech on YouTube, and hopefully I can improve as I learn from my mistakes. But this is my first thing that I'm going to talk about, Robinson Crusoe and Defoe, and a great artist. Thank you.